Hi fellow traders. I have entered sell position in odd JPY at 68.493 and market is around there, so you can enter position right now, or maybe you will get 68.49 again, but I'm going to share you the idea behind selling this Australian dollar versus Japanese yen. So let's look at the major pairs or USD and USD JPY to understand why did I sell or JPY. Okay, we are right now on Australian dollar versus US dollar, and uptrend in Australian dollar is slowing down. If you have watched one of my previous few analyses, I had explained the ideology of deviated trend line. So this was the first trend line, then market, because of the slowdown, made a new trend line with slight deviation. Again market made a different kind of trend line. If we join this swing low and this swing low, this will be a new trend line, and I think the deviation of this trend line is similar to the previous deviation, but the action of odd USD to the upside is rather slow, and it looks like this is going to make another leg down. So it can be something like A, B, C, D downward movement. Another thing which I have noticed is change in the trend as per this trend predictor. If you look at this indicator, this is called MACD predictor. Technically I call it trend predictor, and when price on daily time frame, I use it only on daily time frame. So when price on daily time frame closes above or below this predictor, then I believe that there is a change in trend. So despite ODUSD is now going slowly to the upside along with this trend line, it looks like it has already lost its upward momentum and there will be formation of new leg down. Let's go to 4-hour time frame and let's try to understand what's happening recently. So let me first remove all these trend lines. We do not need them on daily time frames. Sorry, we do not need them on this 4-hour time frame. Okay, now chart is clean. So I was trying to look at the very recent angle of upside movement, and if we draw this one, this is the very recent angle of upside movement. This is the trend line above which price was staying, but now it has penetrated below this trend line, and there is a kind of evening doji star candle pattern. This is a bullish candle. This is a kind of shooting star with a very small bullish body. It should have been better if this smaller body was not bullish, rather if it was bearish it should have been even more bearish, but nevertheless this smaller body doesn't make big difference, and this bullish candle, this doji, or you can say shooting star kind of candle, and this black candle makes an evening star pattern. Before this there was an evening star. This was a bullish candle, this was a very small candle, and then this was a bearish candle. So this was an evening star, again this is an evening star, and now you can clearly see that the price has almost, price has lost the upside momentum. It has been flat for a very long time, and it has penetrated below this recent upside movement angle, or you can say very recent kind of trend line. So very soon there is a chance that this will make a crossover. MACD will make a crossover, and if you look at the 1-hour time frame, you can understand that price couldn't stay above 50 RSI. This is the relative strength index, which I am trying to understand as per what happens in 24 hours. So this went above 50, again dipped below 50 when this movement was done, and this is when first evening star was made on 4-hour time frame. It dipped below 50, again went up but couldn't stay, again dipped below 50. So this is a bearish sign. If we look at the USD JPY, last trade in USD JPY was a sell trade after breakout of this triangle to the downside, and that was a successful trade, and initial target was 50% of this whole move up, and that target was completed. Since then market was trying to go up. It has gone up. Actually it was a very nice upward action of almost 106 pips, 106.6 pips to the upside, but market after going down couldn't continue to the upside. It has been lacking the momentum to the upside, and now it's very probable that this 50% Fibonacci support is going to be broken. If you look at the RSI, there is a great deviation from this 50 line. So market tried again and again to go to the upside, make an upswing, but the upswing proved to be only a retracement. Let's look at this upswing. One second. All right, this similar, again an upswing, again and similar kind of upswing, but this is just a retracement, and market has continued to the downside. So while Australian dollar versus US dollar is more likely to go to the downside, USD JPY is more likely to fall and has already penetrated this 50 line. We should rather sell AUD versus Japanese yen rather than selling USD JPY or AUD USD. So here we have similar kind of situation on AUD JPY. RSI has gone down below 50, and there is a very nice pattern here. This candle itself alone is a kind of engulfing bearish candle as well as mariposa. So this candle has already set a bearish momentum. Only contradiction in the bearish scenario after completion of this candle was this MACD predictor line. Although there is no big significance of technical analysis on non-major pairs, nevertheless, if we look at this MACD, market has already crossed below this MACD and stayed below this MACD for a long time, which says that there is no upside momentum and market is looking like it's going to the downside. So after continuation to this point, market went up, made this high and made this a very small dozy kind of candle, and now it's going down. So I just have entered after this previous low was penetrated. This previous low was at 68.507. After this was penetrated, I entered at 68.493, and I'm going to now share you my target and stop loss. So the minimum target will be this A, B, C, D 61.8%. This 61.8% is measured as per modern style of ABCD expansion, when this length from A to B is taken into account for calculation of the extension. So this 61.8% is extension of this length from this point. So this is, on the other hand, there is a classic style of calculation which is 127.2%, not of the AB, 127.2% of this CD retracement. So 127.2% of this retracement will come around here. So this will be the next significant area, and here we are going to get, even if we take the minimum target, that is 127.2, that is coming before 61.8 of AB. So this is going to give us 77 pips take profit, whereas our stop loss will be above this high. So this is going to be 50 pips. So obviously take profit is kind of 1.5 times bigger than the our take profit is 1.5 times bigger than the stop loss. So we have a very nice risk reward ratio, and this trade is looking good. So that's all about AUD JPY. Thank you for watching.